Hey you folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play SimCity. So we are back over in Sand Pollution, although, that reminds me, some people put in some excellent suggestions for maybe renaming the city ever so slightly. A lot of people wanted a C instead of a T in here to make it a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more Latin, I suppose. So something more, I'm actually going to paste in here because there's some accents and things. I think San is still fine, but I'm going to paste in pollution, something to that effect. It does look a lot more interesting, so that's cool. The other problem is, I was just taking a bit of an, I don't know, an audit of my storage. Wow, these fires. We're making a lot of profit. Yeah, I guess you could say, you're burning up the, never mind. Let's, so, storage lots that hold processors, and it would be nice to be able to filter this sort of screen to see that. So this trade depot here has processors. It is certainly full. It's only got one delivery truck, but that's okay. That should not affect its rate of being able to export the goods to the region. However, the amount of processors I'm doing, I think it's overflowing the possible supply before they get picked up. So one thing, first of all, is I'll probably add a little bit more there. That is certainly fine. I guess we can restart time there. I'm still waiting for the money there. Now, I would like very much to be able to just export CPUs from here. This has a lot more storage capacity. So do we have that option? The trade HQ, do we have room for anything more? No. We need to export more goods overall. I think we might just go ahead and build a second trade depot here to export this. It's too bad we don't have any room to actually put yet another CPU storage on here. But it's kind of packed without getting rid of this electronics HQ, which has nothing approved for it. Nothing is ever approved. I think I will go ahead then and put in another trade depot so that we can, oh, well, that's nice, so that we can just blow past this limit and then move on. If I put it here, can I build sideways enough? Is that an option? Let's bulldoze the freight. Thank you. And put down, come on, there we go. Electronics, or processor rather. Yeah, okay, we can't go. Actually, I could save space by just building here, but actually, you know what? I will do it. I mean, I know it's like a waste of money, but it's 2,000 simoleons. I don't think we are hurting for cash right now. So I'll do something like that just to pack it in a little bit more compactly. We're going to set those processors to export. And we will need more trucks on these at some point, as soon as we get the TV factories in place. So I guess, you know what, let's go ahead and put all the trucks in there. This will not help ship things out to the region, but it will help us later on. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, unless they've changed things, and every time I say that, people in the comments are like, no, you need the trucks to export your goods. But no, see, like, all these, I'm pretty sure all these are full of trucks right now. Yeah, even the one that was there before, like, the trucks are all idle. These trucks only deliver to places inside of your city. The sales are actually trucks from outside of the city that come over and deliver it. You can see all the trucks from the processor factory are delivering goods over there. Just like, it's not the trucks from here that are leaving to pick up anything. The only time these will come into play is once I get the TV stuff picked up. Wow, full again. Crazy. But we should increase our output, and one way or the other. Either we'll meet our goals at the Electronics HQ, or we'll meet our overall trade goals, possibly both, and then we'll be able to unlock the actual tradey thing over here, and everything will be fine. So I did leave the game running idle for a little while, which is why we've got a little bit more stuff going. We still have huge problems with fires. And, you know, some workers, some insufficient workers. What do you have here? What are you? More building fires. All right, not too shabby. What's next? Well, first thing is I need to adjust something on my computer, which is now done. So, yeah, we're just going to keep ticking away. I mean, I could really cram some more things in here, but I don't want to. The population is actually quite a bit higher in this town than I initially hoped for. Frankly, I could probably take down my industry quite a bit, which would mean I would need less people and so on and so forth, have less traffic. I don't think we've got, like, terrible traffic woes in this town. I think there's a couple of bottlenecks here and there, but it's not, yeah, it's not the end of the world. Some people requested that I upgrade my bridges. I guess I could spend some money on that. You know, get the high-density street arch bridge. It is pretty. That is nice. I like that. Here, let's do the other one as well. Let's get a little bit more height. Arch. There we are. That's actually something I've literally never done before. Are there more bridges? Like if you have a bigger span, can you get like the proper, like a Golden Gate bridge? I don't even know. It'd be nice if you could. That fire is still burning, because sure, why not? I mean, we only have 2 freaking fire departments in the city, right? Water pumping. So, utility-wise, we should be more than plenty good. Yeah, lots of extra there. Lots of extra there. Sewage is all being shipped out of town, which is fine. Apparently, we have, we have extra capacity left over as well. So that's good there. Garbage, I don't remember what the situation is. Whoops. Oh, there we go. We have a garbage lot over here. It is not filling up. It is successfully burning away all of its garbage. We have a fair amount of cars piling up over here. But I don't think it represents... Oh, I was going to say a very long-range jam, but that's a lot of backed up traffic, and that is definitely going to be hurting my sales somewhat. So what do we do about this? Do we start dezoning things? Probably. You know, I really don't think we need as much industry here, especially if they keep complaining about things and then closing down. So you know what we're going to do is we're going to, we'll dezone this entire side of the street and trim this back a little, and then go ahead and bulldoze some of these. And what else do we have? I'm just going to try to trim back on our population just a little bit. Plus, it'll give us more room to do other things later on. Let's clear this whole side of the street over here. Actually, I guess I could hold control and just get rid of all of that. There we go. Our population will drop a little bit. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit less traffic. Actually, maybe I should have cut down on the traffic right as you come into the towns more than anything else. There does seem to be a lot of people turning off here, and look at the trucks here just being jam-packed, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, that is really backed up traffic. Why the hell are so many people going over here? I think that maybe I should kill this route. Encourage people to go straight instead of taking a right here. Actually, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of this intersection. Whoa! Cancel. Apparently I can't get rid of that intersection, because that would have sped things up. I can get rid of this here. So only local traffic will make this turn. It'll encourage more people to go straight, which should generally be faster. And same thing with this sort of thing right over here. I'm going to see what that does to our overall traffic. We'll have to wait a few cycles before it kind of registers. The other thing I could do is stop this from being a straight line. Make it just slightly crooked. Although, where would they be going that it would be shorter? I don't think anywhere, actually. What I should do, actually, is get rid of these buildings right here next to the road. Yeah, let's hold control just in case. And then bulldoze this. Less room for traffic to come on and off at this little place here, which should hopefully clear things up a little bit more. Part of the problem, I think, is because the intersections here are so close. I mean, they come to a dead stop when there's really not much waiting to make a turn there. I think that's a big part of the problem. Other than that, like, these are high-capacity roads, right? We could build a streetcar avenue. And do we have any... do we have buses here? That actually might be a pretty good idea. Come on, why can't I turn the view? I don't think we've actually got any transit like that. So, what we want to do... is put them somewhere it's not going to add much more traffic, but also ideally not in the middle of the city. Although, I mean, people are coming from both sides, so it doesn't really matter that much. You know what? I'm going to put it right here. I think that's going to be fine. And then we will put a park and ride at the other side of town. Say like this. Oh, you know what might be the problem? Not enough U-turn potential over here. I could create some U-turn potential. Even with the dirt road so it doesn't create an intersection. Although, you know what? Maybe I'll put the park and ride there. I'm I'm not sure what would actually work out better in practice. And we'll put it there. And then they can do a U-turn right there. Hopefully that helps as opposed to hinders. Again, we will have to wait a few cycles to find out. And then other than that, let's get some bus access going on all over the place. Don't need a bus access there. But here... It's weird. There we go. Let's say there's nowhere for me to put it down over there. Over here, just make sure everything is green. I mean, there is still some strategy into, like, you know, what side of the road you put things on and so on and so forth. But as long as everything is kind of greenish, I'm going to call that okay. We could put one there. All right, we'll see if that ameliorates things. Holy cow, we're making a lot of money. There's no doubt about that. Almost an upgrade here. We'll see if we can improve traffic. That will really go a long way, because I think the traffic bottlenecks are what are causing some of the issues in terms of getting our trade out. That's what almost everything always comes down to. Whenever you know where to ship coal. Yeah, whenever you have virtually any problem whatsoever in the city. Oh, there's the coal. It usually comes down to traffic. And since we have the money, let's go ahead and put a couple more trucks on there just so that we can ship them somewhere else. Do you have enough trucks? You could have another one. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure you unload things frequently enough. Okay, looks like everyone is now doing okay. Hasn't this building been on fire the entire freaking time? Is there even a fire truck here? Where are my fire trucks? Are they all stuck in traffic somewhere? I see my fire stations, but I don't see fire trucks. What the hell? Hey, what? I'll give you an extra garage. I mean, you definitely have a garage. I don't know what the problem is. They must be stuck in another neighborhood or something stupid like that. And you've got 2 trucks on there. I still don't see anyone responding to the fire. Well, that might explain why so many of my buildings just burn down randomly all the time. Ugh. Wow. Are these people, like, why is there a bottleneck here? Are people trying to do U-turns? Some are, and then the rest are getting stuck behind them. Oh. And that's causing a huge backup everywhere else. Oh, it's people leaving the trade headquarters, leaving here and then trying to do a U-turn back in town. So that's why, like, you don't put buildings right on your avenue. It's a bad idea. Yeah, I think what we're gonna end up doing as soon as, well, when we get the upgrade, it'll unlock the next building and then we can rebuild it. Jeez, I'm not sure. What we can do is offer these guys another U-turn option, I suppose. Like, it's going to add an extra intersection, which, you know, has its own kind of suck here, but... Where are we going to put this? Well, it could just be the U-turn, but I'd rather have it go somewhere. Yeah, see, that's what people are using it for. So it should be the shortest possible U-turn. Well, no, it's got to have a little bit of room for overflow on it to hold the traffic. Okay, and then there's people leaving the city as well. Wow, a lot of people leaving the city. Okay, this might fix things. Every now and again, the other thing I should check, actually, is sometimes you get these weird extra segments of roads that end up being created that you don't even notice, and that's what causes a lot of the bottleneck. It's just brutal, though. How far does it go? It's still going. It's like all the way into the other town until we can't see it at all. I'd really like to be able to resolve that. Okay, any upgrades? No. probably because we're getting traffic screwed. At this point, adding more depots is not going to help if the problem is getting the traffic in and out of our town. So my road structure is just dumb and needs to be rebuilt. See that? Should probably move the smelting factory. Well, my fire trucks are moving again. That counts for something. Yeah, I guess I'm downplaying how many people have to be hired to run some of these automatic things. And again, the fact that I have so many extra, I don't know, industries or people. Well, people are commuting in and out of town. Actually, that's the real thing, right? If I look at the employment figures, for example, it's all the people who, well, there's not that many people commuting in, actually. There's a lot of jobs, but not actually that many commuters in practice. Are there alternative transportation things that I can employ? Well, I suppose, okay, what am I shipping out here already? I got metal, freight. We can ship out coal this way and get rid of those extra bays. That would be good. Metal, yeah, I suppose we could have the spillover alloy here as well, and the ore, because I don't do any of that right now. And then we can get rid of some of these transportation depots, actually. So this coal one, for example, even though it's still got a bunch of stuff in it, let's get rid of it. I think it will cut down the number of vehicles, because instead we should ship it by sea. And I know there's no like road connection for these, but they should work, you know, psychically. As little sense as that actually makes. There we go. Set the exports and get my vehicles to go there. Now vehicles will have to cross town to get there. But I think it will ultimately still mean fewer vehicles on the road, and especially the delivery trucks, because instead we should get delivery trains and delivery ships. I'm really hoping. I think a large part of the problem continues to be these guys being right on the road and blocking the traffic in and out. Like, see, like, there's just a backlog, and it does slow things down a little bit to get things going. A lot of people going to this area. I guess I have a lot of stuff over here. I wonder if I shouldn't... can I get rid of this? Why is the trade HQ building on the corner but not on the corner? Oh. That's interesting. Because what I'm thinking of doing is replacing all this with a nice big avenue. I'm going to make it go slightly at an angle here. Get rid of the park. And then bulldoze this as well. Because the throughput on this three-way avenue is going to be considerably higher than what you can get on these, just because people can do dual lane turning. I mean, I know it looks ugly. I'll clean all this up afterwards. And I could really do the same thing here. Do the high-capacity avenue funneled into a small thing. But that would make less traffic up here on my main avenue. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Get rid of this. Of that. Oh, no, can't get rid of that. That will be very short. It may be too short to actually alleviate any kind of problem. But we'll see what we can do. Problem still seems to be a lot of U-turns. And a lot of people occupying multiple lanes simultaneously all the time. Like, what are all these guys waiting for? It's like a lot of people waiting to make left turns and they can't. Oh, they're probably waiting to make U-turns and they can't. And then some of the people over here are probably waiting to make U-turns the other way as well. Because that's the nature of SimCity. Let's go ahead and put a park and ride back down over here. And maybe a bus stop right in front of this place. Encourage people to take that instead of using cars to get in and out of this place. Ecology needs more alloy. Well, is there any chance this has started to accept shipments? Yeah. Stores a lot. There's a ship. There we go. So we should actually, yeah, things are being picked up as well. Either, I don't know if there was a train. Yeah, there's a train here. So the train system is working. The ships are coming in. We're selling things that way. Hopefully that'll cut down the number of ships that we're using. God, there's a lot of traffic on this little tiny road for some reason. And that fire is still going. And still has no fire people at all. So something is just broken. Because there's no way anything should burn that long. It makes no sense. Selling really well. We're making lots of money. Population actually bounced back incredibly quickly, which I find kind of frustrating. Are we low on power? Almost out of oil. Accept global crude, even though you shouldn't need it. Oh my god. You seriously? I wrecked that. Okay, so we might have a pretty serious problem for a short little bit. Yeah, so we'll accept global stuff just to make sure we always have enough here. Get rid of that to make a three-way intersection. Hopefully keep things flowing a little bit better, although it's not seeming to do very much. And this would get rid of a trade depot? No, it doesn't. Well, that's interesting. Now, I don't want that much traffic to be going in and out over there. I do want to offer an alternative, but... I can't do that. Let's try something like that. God damn. What are all these people? Yeah, all my ore trucks leaving, going back to her city. These are all commuters. It's all people from next door ruining everything. We can give them more ways to get into town. Let's look at that. Mass transit, let's use... well, there's the trains, right? We don't actually have a train station, to the best of my knowledge. Of course, apparently it's incredibly inconvenient to try to get it going. Let's do something like this. German high-speed rail. Bulldoze the buildings, because why not? And do that. And D-zone a little bit over here. Not enough freight producers, but I'm not terribly concerned. We'll take another look at that if the commerce industry starts to really become a problem. Okay, so we've got that going. We can put down a train station, or a sign, which doesn't really do much, but does make us feel better. And yeah, hopefully we can offload some of this commuter traffic. We do need to make sure that there's a bus stop within range, and there is. There's green, so they have to walk to over here, but that's okay. Everything is still completely stopped up over there. I'm considering just like bulldozing it temporarily, forcing everyone to just turn around, leave the city. All of you guys just U-turn and take off. Well, I didn't think this video would be entirely based on traffic manipulation. It's making my already ugly city like, well, actually, you don't have much in the way of police cars, so let's go ahead and add that in there, although it's probably the traffic that's actually causing you the problem more than anything else. What do you want? More capacity or something? No. Not interested. Another train station, really? Well, it's good that it's being used. That, like, what is going on with this fire? Oh, this is not a high density road. Just that little block. Okay, and apparently the building was on fire waiting to be upgraded. Maybe it was just a graphic glitch, like it wasn't actually on fire. Okay, that was industry, not an actual production place. Oh yeah, right. Really? I can't get rid of any of that road? That's really annoying. Alright, here's what I want to do. It's like that. And then like that. Actually, that's not bad if it's the outflow from the smelting factory over here. I'd rather have it on a side road than like this, even though it adds a four-way stop. Traffic over here is still the real problem. Alright, let's try reconnecting the street. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference either way, but we'll see what it can do. Some U-turn action there, but it's not really used much for U-turning, so we'll just get rid of that. And see if it helps flow anything out of the city. Arcology needs more metal. Now, has any of it reached the arcology at any point? Yes, okay, we have shipped some metal, thank you. Most of the alloy may be getting transformed in our city. We'll have to see how it goes. Transformed or sold or something like that. I'll have to double check all the mechanics. We do have lots of money. Heck, if we need to, we could start importing stuff at this point. Speaking of, you're still doing okay. Yes. Lovely. And the real problem, of course, these guys are just too far away from any oil producers and keep getting traffic screwed. Well, the inflow to our city is still silly, but some of the other traffic situation has been eased off, which makes me extremely happy. I wonder if we brought this over. Come on, do this without an intersection, will you? Oh, those are my garbage pickup things. There you go. Just squeeze this in here. Give people another way kind of around for some things. It'll be a low priority route, but it's still a route, so people might use it for some things. There we go. Delivery trucks for my oil, maybe. And that would not hurt. Okay, it is looking better, although it's the start of a new day, which means there's going to be another huge influx of traffic. A lot of cars building up back here. Are people using this as an alternative route? Yes, although this intersection may be getting a little overloaded. Still, actually it seems to be flowing not terribly bad. So people might be using some back roads as an alternative, and looks like it might be getting better. A lot of people making left turns here, or possibly U-turns. Let's keep an eye on them. A lot of left turns. Okay. Definitely better overall. What are you whining about? Education classrooms full. That does not concern me in the slightest. Some alerts here. What do we got? Nope. Alert gone. Mills HQ about ready to upgrade. We can upgrade our trading HQ, which is fantastic. All right, and electronics, we are nowhere close. So what we will do, since apparently we have garbage problems. Oh, because things aren't being picked up. That's really why. Trade depot. Well, they're getting the processors out. Let's go and add some more garbage trucks on the other side, I guess. Max that out. Even though, again, it's mostly that they're getting stuck in traffic, so really this is just going to add more traffic to the whole situation. Alright, what do we want to trim down in terms of our trade depots? Because that's it. If we can eliminate another trade depot. Actually, I'm sure we can probably eliminate more because I did add more stuff over there, right? So, see, for example, the raw ore storage. I don't need you at all anymore. So that's good. Again, cut back on traffic. Encourage people to use the really high capacity thing. Processor factory. I think You are a, yeah, your CPU. What are you? Oil, plastic and alloy. Now, alloy does get shipped over here, so we can actually eliminate the alloy bit right here. And just add more plastic storage, and we can give you more trucks just to make sure things are getting delivered appropriately. Like so. Wow, sound volume is really quiet this time. I did adjust it slightly, but I don't know, SimCity seems to be really random as to whether the explosions are going to be loud or not, especially when bulldozing. All right, let's rebuild this road and see what that does for us. It's probably going to cause a lot more people to turn right here, which may or may not be a problem. Still, okay, the traffic situation is clearly improved. If I thought that traffic was going to be such a thing in this town, I would have built a slightly different road structure. You know, a couple of major avenues maybe. I really did not think it would be such an issue. Now, what I really want is to upgrade this thing so that I can get TVs going. So what do? Do I build another CPU factory? I think I might want to. Not sure exactly where I'd place it. Now there's a little bit of room here and there. Can jam it in. This might be an okay place. Although those are actual buildings on the other side. These are my metals HQ. Yeah, that's the problem. I was like, because if they're just houses, I'd be able to just bulldoze them, right? Now, speaking of just houses, let's, oh, can't bulldoze buildings on fire. So I can get rid of this little side street and build things on this side. Come on, put out the fire already. There's another boat. More goods. There we are. So I can do that, and then let's go ahead. It'll be really close to my my trade depot over here too, which is going to be nice. I'll build it over on this side. And maximum processors. It's not going to need much in the way of trucks, but I've got money, so what the hell. Most of them are going to be sitting idle because they have so... we're actually trading CPUs here, so never mind. I was going to say they don't have very far to go, but I guess that's not entirely true. Do you have trucks? You've got a handful of trucks going on. Okay, that's good. Whining about being out of resources, but that should fix itself relatively soon. Push comes to shove, we're super rich. In fact, to finish the arcology, the easiest thing to do would be to turn around and start buying metal instead. You know, metal and alloy and all these things. In fact, I'm curious, is it possible that we would use all the alloy available? Because we're turning a lot of it into CPUs, right? What else we got here? Here, we'll import both of those to reach our targets right away for the arcology. And yeah, a lot of people are freaking out because the arcologies do generate lots of traffic and your whole region can come to a crashing halt. But as far as I'm concerned, when you complete the arcology, you've kind of beaten that region. So, you know, you're done. You can leave. You've done your job as mayor and you can retire just fine. What are you whining about? We're out of petroleum resources. Out here. Yeah, that's okay. We'll get the plastics going at some point. There, see? I told you. You just got to have some faith. Now, the other thing we could do is do the magic where you turn off the exporting of processors for a little while, make sure you've got a full supply, and then ship them all out at once, and hope to achieve that goal a little bit faster. But, you know, if we can avoid that sort of silliness, that'll be good. I'm sure we're about to hit the electronics goal. How far are we from the petroleum one? Quite far. So I think that building the petroleum HQ is the way to go here. Oh, although when I hit the electronics goal, I'm going to be building the TV building. That's right. You know what? So let's focus on the electronics side of it. Build the electronics division. Ugh. Yeah, this is better. for avoiding a little extra traffic. Something like that. And then what we can do is actually go ahead and build the CPU addition over here. Boom. Which means that some of these, like this one, which is empty, can be bulldozed. What else we got? This one over here, which is empty. Bulldoze that too. Makes more room. Should free up more traffic. I think, didn't we have one more that we're shipping the CPUs? I feel like we did. But maybe not. Maybe it was just the two. We got lots of places. We got 4 places making CPUs at this point, which I had not realized. That is madness. And we still haven't hit that electronics goal. What the heck, man? We gotta start making TV. Well, that's consumer electronics, but we can make TVs out of that. We can make computers and TVs, if I recall correctly. They need slightly different things. Okay, pulling that in. Yeah, the fact that we haven't quite filled up on some of these, although it's starting to get there, make me think that we are definitely shy on being able to actually contribute to the air ecology in an appropriate amount. 2,000 riders a day. That is got to be making a huge difference. That combined with the busing system. I guess one of the questions is, you know, is there any... What's the wait time? Not very long. Might vary at different stops, but hopefully we've got enough buses to actually service everything. Unskilled workers there. Building fires over here. What we'll do is... oh, it's already been dezoned. Well, the ones that are there can stick around. That's fine. Until they possibly burn down of their own accord. Criminals are a problem. Well, listen. I know you've got capacity in the police station. I gave you the extra police cars, so you should be fine. Anyway, San Pollution is actually going pretty well now. Obviously, more money than we can possibly spend ever. I could lower taxes, but that would just encourage more people to show up. So who wants that, right? I mean, I could send money to other cities, but they actually all do a pretty good amount of income here. I'm not going to cry too much. This is actually full. 6 of 6. Yeah, we'd have to trim it down or build another one. I wonder if, yeah, we'd probably need another trade, like the extra train station, extra boat port as well, which should certainly be a little bit annoying. I mean, push comes to shove, we can put the regular depots back on there as well. Alright, come on. Sell those electronics. I gave you a whole other electronics factory as well. And they're all supplied. Should do okay. What is this? Garbage dump almost full. Oh, you caught up over there, did you? Alright, let's get another incinerator. Here. When in doubt, replace houses. We are generating a lot of pollution in this corner, but I think overall we're actually pretty okay. Ground pollution map. And ground pollution hasn't hit our water treatment area, which is good. Air pollution. Air pollution's pretty bad. Wow. Especially there. And what I should do actually is I should proactively put down a few trees. Like this. Clean up some of that. And we actually have a fair amount of trees over here too, which is nice. And they don't die quite as much as they did at release. Oh, even you can see the grass has died over here, which is really bad. So yeah, just spam tons of trees and try to keep things a little bit green. We could use parks as well. Especially here where apparently we can't place things. There we are. Oh, I didn't realize I'd bulldoze a building. That's a little unfortunate. Still, this is not a bad idea to have all these nice green spaces right near the water treatment facility, because hopefully we can keep things purified. I don't know how much it will make a difference to combat this stuff, because it's pretty brutal. We got new office towers. Well, hooray, hooray, hooray. And yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Hopefully next time we will actually cross this threshold I mean, we're right there. We might just have to do a little bit of funny magic over here with the exports. No, we're actually maxed out. You know what? If someone came and picked up these... Oh, I did not set it to export. That's the problem. Well, there you go. Next time that should kick in, and we should easily meet our goals. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.